Greetings. Thank you for tuning into Healthy Accord, where we mean to share the rules and regulations and agreements that exist in the nature world. Use those rules, regulations, and agreements to heal ourselves accordingly. I have seen from experience that it leads to self-respect, it leads to dignity, and it leads to confidence. I have found through these lunar guides and guardians from each day that this definitely influenced the world around us. And what I mean by that is several months I paid attention to how the birds reacted on the first day of the new moon and the day that followed and the day that followed. I observed their behavior. I observed the behavior of the clouds. And it has come to my belief and acceptance that what I mean to share in these notes, which I have here, is that the cosmos influence our day-to-day life in spite of what day of the month it is, whether it is night or day, they influence that. So I have found these lunar guardians to be very helpful in my life, in healing myself, and also how I show up to support my family around me and support my community at large. Should you feel inspired to want to heal yourself accordingly, I believe that the lunar wisdom will be most optimal and useful to you. Today I shall be speaking on the 8th lunar day and the wisdom that they, the cosmos, want us to know about. I've taken notes here, and should you want to know where my notes is from, in the description of this video I've listed the website that I copied most of my notes from. They have incredible wealthy details into each lunar day, and my notes here, I tried my best to capture main points that I felt is useful for me to remember and follow for each day. So as you observe and practice, I encourage you to take your own notes, because you may want to capture and pin certain key points that is most useful to you. The 8th lunar day apparently has several symbols. The symbol is bird of siren, and the cosmos is also saying there is a symbol there of treasure, of fire, peacocks, and they also provided us another symbol, a color of a dying flame. They listed misfortune, and they also said the symbol of prospering, which is associated with twins. I want to stop there and actually speak to my observation of how very consistent the cosmos have been. This last part, where the symbol of prospering associated with twins, from my observation, the 8th lunar day seem to always coincide with the zodiac Gemini. Gemini, yes, I believe that's how you say it properly. And without a fail, the 8th lunar day coincides with Gemini. In these teaching sharings, I'm choosing specifically not to speak about the zodiacs and the ways that they intend to guide us from the cosmos, but that is one trademark, if you will, one marker, one signpost that has prove to me I am going the right way. I am going the right way. Consistently, it falls on Gemini, the 8th lunar day. And that just made me happy because I'm like, okay, I'm doing something right. I am going the right path. So, with that being said, I encourage you to observe this. That's how I started. Before I became the big believer of the lunar wisdom and applied it to my life for the past 2+ years, and I'll keep practicing such for eternity, for the rest of my earthly life here. But before I jumped in fully, I observed for several months. I observed because I felt like, oh, no, those things you are asking us to do, whoever you are from the cosmos, that is way too much, way too much to do. That was my attitude from the onset. But when I read all of the guidances, I noticed there were certain consistency in the behavior around me, via people, via incidences, via situations. It was just too consistent that I could not ignore. And then I experimented on myself. Of course, I didn't force anyone in my household. And when I experimented on myself, I saw that, oh no, this is actually true. It works. Of course it works. The moon is real, the cosmos is real, the cosmic mother, they're all real. And it's beautiful that they support us from where they are. So continuing with the 8th lunar day rules and regulations and guidances, if you will. This lunar day is for purification, repentance, absolution, and alchemy. We are encouraged to clean the intestines, again, fast. The cosmos is big on fasting. They encourage us to fast on certain days. Okay. The my guards and guardians recently just I shall correct that in my speech. From my observation of these lunar days, the cosmos, for each day that fasting is and absolutely required, they ask us to abide by that. If you can. Yes, of course, women who are pregnant or breastfeeding, I don't believe they force you to. I believe those women are exempted because of the nature of you caring for a child. So I believe that fasting is very useful on the days that they ask us to fast. And in my experience, it has helped. It has helped hone my behavior and made me pay attention to internal as well as external, and it helped ground my energy. The 8th lunar day is also, it said, this period is tough, thus fasting. Okay, so before I continue, I'll just speak to fasting because I had fasted for a certain thing that I was working on, and I can just tell you, fasting puts you in a mannerism where you are not only calm, but you are calm in a way that is so spiritually potent. So I would say when I remember fasting and when I undergo whatever that was tough, it, for some reason, it just, it bounced off of me. That's what I would say. It felt like it bounced off of me when I was in that mode of fasting, not having water or food for a certain period of time. So the 8th lunar day is said to be a tough period. So one must be discreet and prudent on the 8th lunar day. We are asked to change tactics in time in our behavior. What does that mean? Change your tactics in time in your behavior. please consult with your intuition here, consult with your guides and guardians, because they can help you intuitively, give you input to understand and better use these energies from the 8th lunar day to your benefit. The 8th lunar day, we are advised that people are frank on that day, so that is a warning. It is a day where people are frank. They're just very honest. And the 8th lunar day, we are asked to refrain from marital, just refrain from sexual contacts in general, including marital ones. Yeah, so that's that. And the 8th lunar day, we are told that small household chores are things we should engage in. Like, you know, we could do small repairs here, and for people that fix things, clothing or what have you, you can make alterations, small alterations that day. So small jobs only in your household, no heavy task like a big project as high as the mountain. No, you don't want to roll the mountains on the 8th lunar day. Only small task. And of course, they reinforce that to say, do not overwork at work. So, memory from corporate world, you know, you have things that you worked on. That would be a great time to follow up with your clients. You know, follow up is a small task. So you can follow up, you can go and check things that you want to fix or edit. Yeah, so just small things like that. And for individuals who work for themselves, you may want to just take that time to plan accordingly, or just do certain small tasks that we are asked and called to do so. This completes and concludes the guidance of the 8th lunar day based on my notes here. And I hope these guidances are helpful to you. They have and remains to be helpful to me. I love that each day I consult with the cosmic wisdom to know where I should spend my energy optimally and when I should rest. And I have not been let down in any way, shape, or form since I started to follow these guidances. My life feels lighter, it feels more purposeful. It feels not only, I don't think it is painstakingly planned. It has a lot of ease that does bring me peace with it. Yes. So I'll leave it there. Thank you. And once again, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with your community. And I hope to see you all in the next one.